From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
How you doing? The kids have come to play today. You won't believe what I'm about to tell you. With all due respect, have several seats. My girls are always turned out. I give it to you straight, no chaser.
Now, here's Wendy.
Welcome to the big show. You're the one that makes it big, so thank you so much for watching. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. Fantastic. Good. Hump day, doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. So I'm really excited for today's show. You know, when our show first started 7 seasons ago, I was a girl with a dream of all these celebrities I wanted to meet. I've since thrown that list out because I find that my best time, a lot of times, is just being here with you and the people who choose to join our party. Yes, yes, you know, honestly. But I had some dream guests that first season, I will not lie. Hayden Panettiere, Angela Bassett, Shia LaBeouf, Pamela Anderson. And I verbalized these things that first season when I was more naive and didn't realize, okay, sometimes it takes a little time, but here we are 7 years later and Pam is here. I'm excited to meet her because I was a fan of Baywatch. I think that she put out the best sex tape of them all. Number 2. And number 3, both our birthdays are in July, so I feel like we've got something in common, you know? Anyway, so she'll be out a little bit later on. There is a celebrity feud brewing that I don't even consider a feud, because one of the people I consider a non-factor. And the other one, I don't really know a whole lot about her except for a couple of things. The non-factor would be Kylie Jenner. And the one who I only know a little about, and she's been here on our show before, Kylie Minogue. I know a little about Kylie Minogue. You know, she's not as big here in America, but she's like the Madonna of Australia. And, oh yes. And her, oh yes. And her first album came out when I was first starting to DJ here in New York on the radio in 1988, and it was the one featuring Locomotion. Remember she did the Locomotion with me? All right, so anyway, but here's Kylie Jenner, okay? The 18-year-old that she is. She's attempting to trademark the name Kylie. In other words, if you want to name your kid Kylie, or if you want to do a Kylie anything, you have to go through this? First of all, Kylie Minogue was invented before Kylie Jenner. And Kylie Minogue is the one who's got like a litany of websites and products and things like that that are simply called Kylie. Kylie Jenner is an entitled rich girl who I guess feels as though she can just come along. That'd be like if Wendy with the red ponytails. Like, so all of a sudden my parents have to change my name? Or do I just change the spelling? Because I'm ready for that. On account of my black, and we are always trying to do something real different. go like Anthony Hardaway instead of Anthony Hardaway? Because I've got my second spelling already. I think I've shared this with you. J-U, as in Juanita, Wendy. Wait, hold on. J-U-E-N-D-I-E, Wendy. But, no, I feel like even Cher, we know Cher is Cher, but Cher has not trademarked Cher. Like, you could still name your kid Cher and it'd be fine. It's not illegal. I don't know where Kylie gets off feeling so oh, I get it. Her mom. Bingo, sir. Yeah, bingo. Well, Kylie Minogue did fire back. She said that she is a secondary reality TV personality. Which, you know, Kylie Minogue is in her 40s, and in my opinion, she required no voice for Kylie Jenner at all. Like, pay her no mind. She's a child and she does not know any better, nor will she be taught any better. Okay. But Kylie Jenner does have 52.9 million Instagram followers. And this is where it gets sticky these days because Kylie Minogue only has 1.2. Right, so Jenner might feel like she has a point because of all the people that follow her, but you know, do you realize how many people that you could have follow you? I'm talking to you watching, and you here. Do you know how many people you could have follow you if you sat at your computer and posted random mess all day? This is my angle here. Oh my gosh, this yogurt is so good. Really? I have no more comment about this except for how dare young Kylie to feel like she can rule over the world being the only Kylie Jenner. Do you know the actor Tim Meadows? Yes. He played on SNL. He wasn't a pimp, but he was like a man about, the ladies' man. Okay. Well, his ex-girlfriend, it's really lemony, oh my gosh. My mouth is squirting. His ex-girlfriend is a stripper, and this is her. And she put him on blast. Well, her name is Lindsay, L-Y-N-S-I-E. Everybody's trying to be different. And Lindsay says, now mind you, she's 28 and Tim is 55, although she got his age wrong and said he's 54. So she tweets like a 28-year-old. She says, dated Tim Meadows for 3 months. Last week he cheated and then just stopped talking to me. No apology, no goodbye. And then she goes on to say, he cheated on me on Valentine's Day, you guys. Like, who does that? He's not a ladies' man, he's a coward. And then, one more. She says, now he blocked me, you guys. That's how a 54-year-old man ends a relationship. And I guess now I have closure. Well, Lindsay. I'm gonna shout out to a segment of the population of young girls, not all, because there are some very smart 28-year-old girls who certainly can give a 54-year-old man a run for his money. There are. And I'm not talking about sexually, I'm talking about cerebrally, you know, the whole bit. But apparently she's not one of them. You know, she called you guys, like you're supposed to be on her side. First of all, when you're 28, generally speaking, not all, generally speaking, and you are dating a 55-year-old anything, man or woman, do not expect a formal breakup. Because we're not looking, well, I'm 51, but might as well be 55. I'm not looking at you as a keeper. I'm looking at you as a little snack attack. And also, shout out to women who work in the sex industry, but you're also, no disrespect, a stripper. Not a former stripper, a current stripper. When Tim met you, he knew what he was going to do with you. And he did it, and now your feelings are hurt because he ghosted you, as the kids say. That's when it means, poof, you're gone, okay? I'm young. And as a side note, Lindsay, who's currently stripping, but back in the day, she used to work in Portland, Oregon, at the world's first vegan strip club. Well, you know we're nosy, we checked. They serve lentil soup. By the way, I eat lentil soup like 4 times a week for breakfast. I couldn't imagine getting a lap dance while eating the lentil soup. They also serve vegan sloppy joe with pickles on the side. It just all sounds like the wrong food for a strip club. You know what I mean? Anyway, Lindsay, yeah, Tim did you the way you should have probably seen it coming. I mean, you got your comeuppance. You might have gotten a few more followers on your social media. You've got the story to tell, but let that be a cautionary tale. Sometimes, depending on what you're doing with your life, when you meet a particular person, and particularly if that person is almost twice your age, don't expect much except for a good time and the door. And another thing, they were only together for 3 months. And you know, I always say 3 is the magic number. 3 anything. 3 dates, you know whether you want it to continue. 3 months of being with somebody, you know if you're ready to say either I love you or let's continue this, you know? But before 3 months, and you, John Q. Public, you've made it this way. All of yous, a lot of yous, not me, but you. You've made it this way where a lot of the most important communication in our lives is getting done through social media. So then when it backlashes and stabs you in the behind, then you get upset, but you're part of this. Like, can we talk and not do this? You know, one of my favorites is that being a woman, you're always allowed to change your mind. And if you're a woman and you don't realize this, then you're not using the power of the V. Well, the V stands for Victoria, but what I'm saying is that we are allowed to be fickle. A lot of you all say that I'm a hypocrite, AKA, I guess that means Wendy's always flip-flopping. Yup, you know why? Because I'm a woman. And depending on how I feel when I get up in the morning is how I feel about something new. So Victoria Beckham is a woman and she's changed her mind. After years of wearing high heels for everything, she's officially traded them in for flats. Yeah. This is a cool outfit though, right? That's a cool one. Anyway, she's traded him in for flats. You know, her doctor had been telling her for years that, you know, the heels are ruining your feet and stop wearing them all the time. I know, you know, a lot of people watching, a lot of women in the audience, you refuse to give up your flats, and I understand that. She's not tall either, though. She's only like 5'4", but she's going to do flats the majority of the time and only put her heels on right when the double doors open. You know, like, which, I've resigned myself to that a long time ago. A lot of you all give me the business about it. I come out here, I wear the heels, the rest of the show, I'm in my flats, you doggone right. You know, I love heels. They're very, very beautiful. They make a woman's, you know, posture better, her behind sit higher, but at the end of the day, is it worth it? You only have 2 feet. Is it worth it? So I don't know whether you're like her and me, but I love my flats and get into it. There is a new celebrity nanny scandal going on. Have you heard? Well, so dramatic with the purple hair. Yes, you're very dramatic. This time, it's Susan Sarandon's daughter, Eva. When Eva was out of town, Eva's husband, Kyle, got a racy text from the nanny claiming, the nanny claimed that the text was meant to go to her friend, the nanny, the nanny's friend. Well, here's what it said. OMG, now this is what she's talking to her friend about. OMG, girl, did I mention to you how hot and sexy my boss is? I would love to bleep his brains out, ha ha. Too bad he seems not to like thick Latin women with lots to hold on to, LOL. So, instead of the friend getting the text, the husband got the text. Well, you know, a lot of men could be really dirty. Like, he could have taken her in the room while Eva's out of town and done her dirty. Instead, he stood up like a man. And he confronted this nanny and recorded the whole thing while the confrontation was going down. I guess, he had his phone down here while talking to her and simultaneously firing her. And she says that she was just kidding, but he did, in my opinion, the good thing. And Eva, you've got yourself a good man in Kyle, because a lot of guys would not have done that. So Eva comes back into town and sees her house is in order and that nanny is out of there. And, in our meeting, before the show, we're talking about all the different stories and stuff, and somebody said, well, that's where you only hire a less than attractive nanny. And, I'm tired of people saying that because Mildred is not the first. Arnold was blowing her back out while Maria's not at home, Maria Shriver. And so sometimes you wonder, like, what is going on in men's minds? But to me, a lot of times, all a guy needs, some guys, is a willing participant. No matter what they look like. Which is horrible. Outside. Time for Wendy's Hot Tropics Giveaway. Bring out the wheels. Do you guys have a pool at home?
No.
Are you going to bring that to the Hamptons this summer?
Yes.
Perfect, Suzanne.
Right? It's all the celebrities. Last year was the big swan. This year it's the ducky.
All right. Okay, I like it.
Yes.
Okay. What a mess. Let's get today's contestant on the line. Look, are you going to deflate it and take it on the subway? Are you going to take it on the subway? Hello? Caroline in Georgia?
This is she.
How you doing? It's Wendy.
How you doing, Wendy? Oh my God, hi.
Caroline, you're today's contestant on Wendy's Hot Tropics Giveaway. Hopefully you've been watching our show every day on WAGA.
Every single day, Wendy.
Perfect. All right, Suzanne's are you gonna hop out?
No, you're right from the ducky.
Okay.
Here we go, big money.
Go!
Yes,
Oh, John, a 5-day, 4-night stay at the all-inclusive Moon Palace Jamaica Grand in Ocho Rios. Your trip includes round-trip airfare for two provided by our friends at the Jamaica Tourist Board. John Anderson, I had no idea that you were her co-pilot. Oh my gosh. And he's holding you down, okay. So look, Caroline, you've got 15 seconds to answer the question correctly. Your first answer is your only, okay?
Yes.
All right. Yesterday, Morris Chestnut was a guest on our show. How often did Morris say he shaves his head? And go!
He said he shaves his head every single day.
Congratulations. Caroline, you're going to Jamaica. Have fun at the Moon Palace in Ocho Rios. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye, Caroline.